do many bookings because it half the time. Like, look, if there's not a big benefit for me right now, I see it as a detriment because, and I can't bring, and I don't, and look at this, right? I can't bring family and friends to a lot of these shows. It's fucking embarrassing. It really is. It's fucking embarrassing because, I can tell them, hey, you're going to like my match, but then again, who am I working? If I'm working a Zuko, excellent. If I'm working a Gibbs, excellent, right? A Jay Sorbet, excellent. A Tristan Slade, excellent, right? But we're still up to single digits. And there were, double digits of wrestlers in this scene of all different, skill levels and everything. And honestly, I don't see wrestling a lot of these guys as fun. I see it as a chore sometimes. As long as I make my merch money and I get some money and whatever.
I mean, like if you're so dissatisfied with the industry, man, like why are you still doing this? Because like no one's making ridiculous amounts of money at this shit.
No one is, right?
I mean, so if you're not making ridiculous amounts of money, why are you putting your body at risk? Why are you going through this? And why are you giving it time?
That's why I pick and choose my bookings. That's why I do things that do make me satisfied. That's why I work with the guys that I know. It doesn't matter if I beat up my fucking body. If I work with these guys and we have a match and we have magic and we put fucking butts in seats and we get them to go nuts and love it and come back for the next show and anticipate more and more and we continue to build things, that's why I love it. Because believe me, right? On a positive note, there's nothing better than good pro wrestling.
I agree. I 100% agree.
But there's nothing worse than bad pro wrestling. Yeah. Nothing worse, man. At least if you watch a bad movie, hey, it's a bad movie. You can have a laugh at it. If you're watching a boring sports game, hey, it's a boring sports game. The guys suck today, whatever. But if you're watching bad pro wrestling, it's embarrassing,
man. It's not good. And as far as like, because that was one of the questions I did want to sort of ask you is like, because before EWA, I'd never heard of you, bro. Like I'm gonna be honest, I hadn't heard of you. I worked the 3 EWA shows with you. I think also an AWE show somewhere. We crossed paths as well. Really enjoyed conversations with you. But I always wondered, man, because I really enjoy your in-ring work, and I was like, why aren't we seeing you more around on the scene? And now, after saying what you said, that's obviously clearly
it's very simple, Like I'm also not the best guy at networking. Yeah, I've never been. I always wanted my work to speak for itself, and I would never get upset if my work didn't take me to this booking or that booking. I thought, well, that's the business. If they don't have something for me, they don't have something for me. Who gives a shit? That's the business, right?
Yeah.
I'm not one of these. Believe me. Like this shooting the shit is exactly what I'm about. It's the business. And this is another thing now that I'm actually started teaching pro wrestling recently. I started a few months ago teaching alongside Gibbs at the wrestling school in Moorebank at the Lights Out Fight Gym. And a lot of the lessons that were instilled in me over the years, I'm now having the responsibility, because it's a responsibility on instilling on them to make sure that they understand that it's a business, that leave your fucking ego at the door. You want to have an ego? Fight in the real fights. Go to the UFC, fight MMA. You want to have an ego? Jump on the jiu-jitsu mat, tap somebody out. Otherwise, shut the fuck up and do the job the promoter tells you to do at the best of your ability. Right? So, but these are my opinions that I hold, right? So maybe people don't like it. That's why they don't want me around. Who knows? But coming back to a positive note, this is where I got to thank Robbie Zuko. Because if it wasn't for him seeing something in me, even taking the time out of his own life to retrain a lot of the things that I was doing, you know, giving me fucking access to his home, you know, and we'd wrestle for hours and hours, and he'd say, no, do this again, do this again, do this again, and he'd hammer that shit into me, you know, and now you got him, you know, singing my praises at all these different shows, telling all these different promoters, hey man, get him, you got a spot, put him, get Kasai, and I owe the world to him, you know, as far as in this country, he's the best wrestler that is around now, before, forever, because he gets it. He's giving, and fuck. Yeah, I mean, I joke with him that he's old, but you know, he's a 40-something-year-old man, and he can fucking move. Like, you got to keep up with him. He is a fucking he's a legend. He really is. Because, I mean, when you even just looking at his work, right? A lot of the time, he slows down for these guys, these younger guys. He's slowing down for them. That's fucking pathetic. That makes me fucking angry because he's slowing down from them. Are you kidding me? What are we doing wrong? What is my generation doing wrong? Do we have something in the water that's making us fucking shit? What's going on?